Hello there, friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around these parts, hello. Thank you so much for clicking. In today's video, I'm doing a plan with me for the week of April 28th. If you see me pointing a lot and moving a lot, it's because I started this, just the intro part, as a talk through, and then I was like, I basically was like, we're just doing a voiceover. So that's why you see me pointing a lot and a lot of movement. It's not as quick as my normal flip throughs when I do a voiceover, so I do apologize. But this is the week that I went to opening night of Cowboy Carter, which is so crazy to say right now because the tour just ended a few days ago, and I'm just like, but how? Like, how are we here? And I'm still sad about it, honestly, quite frankly. So, but anyways, I'm very excited to use my Blackbird kit from my shop, Café with Anna. If you're interested in the kit, you can still grab it at cafewithanna.com. If you are new to the shop, I do offer standard vertical planning kits, and they are in ultimate and mini sizes, as well as in glossy or premium matte paper. So if you're interested, hop on over there and check it out. I am working on new releases. We'll talk a little bit about that if we have time later. If not, we'll talk about it in the next video. But for today, I kind of wanted to, I didn't talk about the foil. I didn't use that much foil for this. I actually just used underlays. And I used Sunset Hollow underlays from Plannahannah, and I think they're called USA. The flag underlays in black are the USA flags. And shout out to y'all, because I use this, of course, because I went to the show, but so many people mentioned using it as an alternate 4th of July kit, and truthfully, that is the best thing I've ever heard. That's actually the best thing I've ever heard. That is so spot on for the meaning of Cowboy Carter, like truly amazing. So shout out to y'all. I know a couple of you said that you were thinking of doing that, and I think it's freaking perfect. So if you haven't done your 4th of July spread, and you're not feeling very patriotic these days, highly recommend this kit for that as well. But I'm so happy with how this spread turned out, and I'm so happy with how this kit turned out. So I thought I would take some time, because this is a bit of a longer plan with me for a voiceover, to chat about like my intentions, some of the references in the kit. I thought that would be fun. I kind of like hearing about the behind the scenes of things, you know, how things come together and the thought processes. I find those types of conversations really interesting. So I thought this might be one of those where it would be interesting. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. This kit has so many boxes, y'all. Like, did I use 2 extenders? I think I used 2 extenders. No, 1 extender? Maybe just 1 extender on Monday. Monday was the show day. I think I just did 1 extender, but truthfully, I feel like you need like 4 extenders to use all these boxes. I thought about doing another extender in the sidebar just to fit in all the boxes, but I ended up not doing it. So I do apologize in advance for those of you who are like, girl, how am I supposed to choose from the boxes? Because honestly, I love all the boxes so much. So I'm just a little bit biased. But yeah, this was so fun to create. Of course, I had requests for a kit like this. A lot of people assumed that I would come out with one, rightfully so. Your assumption was correct, because I was kind of prioritizing it. As soon as I knew there was going to be a tour, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this thing. And so I waited a bit. This came out a little later than, I probably would have wanted it to, only because I wanted to see a bit of the tour visuals, like the vibes. It's hard to design it without many visuals. There's not a lot of visuals for this era. There were the visualizers, so that helped. And I did start mood boarding before the tour started. I just wanted to hold off on like finishing that mood board until I went to the show, just to make sure like I was on point with the vibes. And it was great because I even was able to add some things from the show. So yeah, it was so good. I tried to give some nods to a lot of the different parts of the show and the album. So, of course, you have the different Beyoncés in outfits that you wore during the tour. Now, I did this mood board closer to the beginning of the tour, so I didn't even see some of the other outfits that came later, which, of course, were amazing. Like, is there anything this woman wears where she doesn't look good? It doesn't exist. But I tried to take what I thought were some of the more, I don't know, more of the kind of iconic looks or the more Western kind of country vibe looks and included them in here. There's obviously a nod to Blackbird. We have an actual Blackbird. The torn American flag is actually taken right from one of the interlude visuals for the tour, but also I think can be a symbol for the American Requiem song as well as the Amen song. Sorry, I'll hold. My alarm is going off to remind me that I need to do something that I already did. So yeah, the flag, the spaghetti is obvious, right? The song Spaghetti. I used the bang bang gun, which you would see in Spaghetti as well in the performance of it. I also wanted to give some nods to the Renaissance kit, so I'll try to put, it's my Alien Superstar kit in shop. It is still in shop if you're interested. I'll try to remember to put the full boxes here so y'all can check it out. But I tried to give some nods to that kit as well, right? And just the spirit of kind of this era of the acts. So in the Alien Superstar kit, I have a leg balancing a disco ball, silver disco ball. So I thought it would be cool to kind of have a nod to that. So my Wednesday box has some legs on top of a gold disco ball. So I thought that was fun. And then I tried to also give a call back to one of the fashion girls in the Alien Superstar kit that's, with the phone taking a picture. So I have a girl doing that as well, obviously with more of a Western outfit than the silver metallic outfit in the other one. So I did lots of little like Easter eggs like that too, which I had a lot of fun doing. The famous Cowboy Carter sashes in here. I tried to include vinyls from some of the featured artists. So if you look closely, you'll see a Shabuzi shout out. You'll see a Dolly Parton shout out. I also thought the Wanted posters, that box was such a fun shout out just to kind of the Western like vibes as well as the song Tyrant. It really gave me those vibes of Tyrant. And yeah, it was so great. I'm trying to think. I don't want to miss anything. I think I covered everything. Oh, you can find Sir Davis in here. You don't have to look too closely. You can find a nod to Sir Davis in here too. So it was just so much fun to be able to pay some homage to this era that has just been my favorite one so far. I think it's been my favorite one, which is just, trust me, more mind-blowing to me than it is to you. Like very much so. But thank you all so much who have already purchased the kit. I am so excited to see them to see it in your hauls and your kit lineups and your planners and your spread photos and your happy mail stories on Instagram. It's just been so cool and it never gets old. Please know it never gets old. Please tag me in all the things. I love to see them. It's so awesome. It really is. But speaking of the shop, let's talk about the fact that new releases are coming. How exciting is that? I am working on, let's see. I'm debating because I have a lot of things I want to release. And not a whole lot of like extra time to release them. So I'm trying to figure out if I just want to have one big release or if I want to have two smaller releases. I think I'm going to do two smaller releases, which means they're going to be fairly back to back, I think. Not entirely sure, but I have two kits, two sets I'm working on right now. There's another one I want to use. All three of those are non-exclusive. I have two exclusive sets being worked on. And then what was the other thing? Oh, yes, I know that there's another set coming that I want to work on too. So that's 6 sets. So I feel like it makes more sense to break those up. I don't think I'd be able to do like a 6 kit release. I think that might be too much on my little brain and body to handle that intake. So they're probably going to be 2 smaller releases, but just so you know, If you want to wait until everything's out to check out the shop, that's cool too. I think, at least as of right now, that I'll be doing 2 smaller releases, barring anything changing, which is exciting. So we've got some fall in there. We've, we got some Halloween in there, and we got some pop culture in there. So it's going to be really, really fun, and I cannot wait to share them all with you. I already shared the boxes currently for Autumn Harvest, which is a non-exclusive set, but I really wanted to do something fall, and I was kind of waiting for fall art to come out, which we've had a little sprinkling of fall art come out, which is nice. So I'm glad, because I really wanted to bring some type of fall something to my shop, so I'm excited. And this is also the first time I'm using a new artist. Dinda's Palette, I think, is her IG name. And she just released a Leo art set, and your girl is a Leo. So it's also very cute. Like, I really like it. So I'm like, oh girl, am I about to do this again? I don't know. But there's also another art set that came out that folks were excited about and were sharing. So I don't know if I'll bring that to shop. It's tough. You're always trying to, as a smaller shop, I'm always trying to decide if I should even bother bringing it once I know bigger artists have done it, or bigger shops, I should say, have done it. But I'm trying to embrace it and realize that I cannot consistently release exclusive art as much as I would love to do it. I just can't do it on a super consistent basis. So I have to sprinkle in some regular art sets in there, and we'll just see, how they do. So I'm excited, though. I am excited. I hope they do well. But yeah, so I have that going on. And what else is going on? I think after what I'm planning to do for those 2 smaller releases, I think after that there probably will be a significant hiatus between more new releases. I probably will leave the shop open. I don't anticipate I'm going to get a huge influx. Usually once I do new releases, there's a big influx, and then it kind of dies down and dwindles down. So I'm anticipating after those 2 smaller releases that I won't have another one until maybe Black Friday, y'all. I'm really on the fence with doing anything for Black Friday. I know I've had some people reach out that are like, I hope that nothing's leaving the shop because I really want to shop Black Friday. And I have never done a Black Friday sale. That is purposely. One, I'm usually on E by the time that time comes around, just because the fall semester is so hard on me, on my body, on everything. It is just the hardest semester, and I'm about to enter it. So you can imagine how I'm feeling. And that's pretty much towards the bottom half of that semester. And so I'm not sure how much stamina I'm going to have to plow through what I'm sure will be a larger, what I hope, right, knock on wood, would be a larger volume of orders, of course, due to the sale. So I might do it. I'm thinking about it. I'm really, really thinking about it, because I want, to give as many people access to the shop as possible. So I'm really, really considering it for y'all. We'll see where we end up. That might be the next one. I'm not even sure right now what new releases would look like for it, but if I do intend to do it, I really want to get started on that stuff sooner rather than later. And if I'm going to do it, I would like to have new releases. I could just have the shop on sale, which is fine. Like, I could do that, but I would like to have something new in shop. So we'll see what happens. Let me know down below if you'd like me to do a Black Friday sale. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to start tallying votes. I probably would do a poll on my Instagram story as well to get a good idea for folks of what folks want. But yeah, I'm thinking about it, but I'm also a little terrified. I'm not going to lie to you. A little terrified. In other news, y'all, today is Thursday, July 31st. And for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who probably do not care, today is the Major League Baseball trade deadline. And that means that I'm a mess. My anxiety's through the roof. I'm a mess. It is just too much. It's too much going on. I'm trying to keep track of what the Mets are doing, trying to keep track of what our rivals are doing, trying to not freak out because I get attached to my players, y'all. I do. I get attached to a lot of my players, and some of them may be going on. Some of them have already gone, honestly, but not ones that I'm attached to. So I've been fine with those for the most part. But like, I'm scared. I'm scared. But I will say it has been a fairly I don't know if I should call it successful. It has been so far. It's a stage has been set so far for the Metropolitan pickups, because they have picked up some bullpen arms that they desperately need, and I'm here for it, and they're very good options. And I feel like they have given up mostly unproven talent aside from one major leaguer. I think there was one like active major leaguer that they gave up. Everybody else is prospects, and I know people are like up in arms because of certain prospects. I'm like, baby, can we win? We just need to win, like desperately. Like, we just got to win. We can hug the prospects later. I'll go and give them all hugs, unless they're smelly, then I might not do it. But I'm sure they're well kept. So I'll go and give them all hugs after we win. Thank you. So it's been interesting. It's like, I don't know. It's like a catch-22. Like, it's fun because there's a lot of news and lots of predictions and lots of rumors around the trade deadline, but it's also, I don't know how to describe it. I also feel bad because, I mean, I think this in all sports, like the idea of just trading off human beings is bizarre. I'm sorry. It's just so bizarre. And I get it. It's a part of the game, and they're being traded as ball players and not as human beings, but they are human beings at the end of the day. And so often they're talked about as pawn pieces. And that has never really sat right with me, to be quite frank. I kind of hate that. But I love baseball down. So here we are. And then the Mets had a horrendous series against the San Diego Padres, who the Padres are good, bro. And they have Candelita. They took my guy. They didn't even take them. The Mets just didn't sign him, and he waited out for us. And I miss him so much. Of course, he came back to haunt us, because why wouldn't he? They got Tatis over there, who's just amazing. Freaking Manny Machado over there hitting everything. Like, they are a pretty well-built team. I know they're always chasing the Dodgers, but man, they good. But also, the Mets did not show up. So I don't think it was their best showing, to be honest with you, but the Padres are still a very good team. As you can see, I put those pages in my rings planner, and you can see how quickly I gave up on that. I was like, no. Like, I really like the aesthetic of this, but this is annoying me. And I took them right back out, which I think is funny. So, yeah, there's still, I mean, it's over. The trade deadline is at 6 p.m. today, and it's 3:05 p.m. And I'm expecting the Mets to do more things, but nothing has come through. And so I'm kind of thinking they might not do anything else, which has me mildly concerned. Okay, so it's the next day. It is August 1st. Happy August. I think this video is actually going to go live today. If you're watching it the day it goes up, actually, because I realized I don't have a video. So this might just be it. But it's August 1st, which means we are now officially past the trade deadline. And the Mets did make another move for a center fielder. I don't even know if I talked about the moves they made, but they added technically 3 relievers, which the bullpen was in need of help. It was a little bit shambly, not gonna lie to you. So definitely an upgrade. And they added a center fielder. It wasn't the one that like people were rumored. Like the rumor was they were gonna get the center fielder from the White Sox, which they decided not to trade him, which is actually the most bizarre thing I've ever heard, because the White Sox are going absolutely nowhere this year except home to play golf. So I just don't understand why they thought it would be a good idea to hold on to this player that's going to cost them money instead of getting something valuable for him, like trading and getting players that are valuable for their future. Very bizarre, as I don't think they're going anywhere next year either. So Watch me eat my words. I'll come back to this very video if they're like legit next year, but I highly doubt that. So kind of weird there. He never ended up being moved. It was bizarre, but I think the Mets did overall pretty good for the trade deadline. They got definitely better in the bullpen. They got, I would say, slightly better in center field and like offensively. Starting pitching is really, really a concern. That's what was missing, I think, to make it a better trade deadline, but it's definitely been the most active trade deadline. Like for sure. So much was going on, and the amount of trades that happened in the last, I don't know, like hour. I just kept seeing them come through my notifications, like come through. It was wild. So it was definitely very active, which I think is great for the sport. But yeah, I'm glad that's over because it stresses me out, and I didn't lose any of my babies. I didn't lose any of my babies that I wanted to keep. They're all still on the team. I don't know what that means for next season, but we'll worry about next season when we get there. Right now, we need to focus on this season. I don't know how I feel about the New York Metropolitans winning like significantly. I think they're a very streaky team, and it's really going to depend what streak they're on for the next 3 months. Are they going to be in a winning streak, in a losing streak, in an up and down streak? It's really going to depend on that. And it's probably also going to depend on their opponents and their rivals. They have a really big series coming up. I think it's at the end of the month with the Filth. God, freaking Filth. I hate them so much. Who are their division rivals. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. But I will be along for the ride, and I probably will be hyperventilating most of the ride, which is life. Basically, life in a nutshell as a Mets fan is that. So, anyways, I'm glad it's behind me because I was stressed the F out. This is unrelated to baseball, more related to planning, which is what y'all came for. So this might be a better conversation to have. So I was watching Jen of Jen Joy Plans. Shout out to Jen. Go follow her on Instagram and here on YouTube. And she was doing a haul, right? She was doing a haul, and she hauled an Aura Estelle Cloud. I'm pretty sure that was like on super discount, which I remember hearing about way back when, and I never went and got planners, and I'm so annoyed that I didn't, because of course now they're sold out, and they were being sold for like $10, I think is what I saw. $10, which that's insane. Like these planners sell for like $80. Like $10 is crazy. But she was like making a really good point. She was showing the cloud that she got, and she was talking about how she got it super discounted, and she was saying like, what are you guys doing for like rings planners? Like I don't know what Aura Estelle is going to do. Like in the promo, I guess, for like the sale for the cloud, she said that they were making room for new products, but there's no telling what those new products are. So is it going to be another rings type planner that is a cloud, just not the actual cloud? Maybe. Or is it going to be something completely different? So because the planner covers that I've gotten in the past have been either from Aura Estelle or Printpression. I don't know any other ones. So if you know some other ones, please let me know, because she has now alerted me to the fact that I probably should start thinking about that as we enter the last quarter of the year. Like, what is going on? I mean, we're not quite there yet, but you know what I mean? We're very close to the last quarter of the year. And I'm just like, I need to start thinking about that. And I don't really want to go back to a spiral one. I don't. So I'm like, But then I'm also like, what about dated inserts? Like, is Caress Press still going to be carrying them? Because she has, I'm sure y'all have noticed, she has definitely wind down on the amount of releases that she's had, like new releases. And I'm like, oh God. So So now it's the dread and the anxiety of it all is settling in. I just got through the MLB trade deadline stress, and now here y'all go in the planner community stressing me out. So let me know if you have ring planners that you got from other places that are not Print Impression, which is closed, and Aura Estelle, which is no longer carrying the cloud, I guess. I don't know. Maybe as we get closer to the end of the year, they'll introduce a new rings planner, but I don't know what to expect. So let me know if you guys have another one. I don't think I know of any other like A5 wide ring planners in the market, but I could very well be wrong. So let me know what y'all are using, because what is going on? It's a crazy time. And it's funny because we've talked so much about like the planner community dying a bit, like artists leaving and things, and all of a sudden it feels like some artists have been coming back, like Dinda's palette has released art recently and is already like sneaking new art that's coming, so she's kind of back. And then I just saw Lily's Desk post an art set back. I don't think that she's posted an art set in a while. So I'm like, okay, are we getting some of our girls back? Some of our gals back? Who else? I feel like there was one other person that was like, I'm so back. Who was it? Oh, I can't remember. But that's nice to see. So maybe with more artists, more shops might come back. Maybe. I don't know. It might be some wishful thinking on my part, but you know what? I'm going to keep my wishful thinking, because why not? Yeah, so we'll see what happens, but it was nice to see. I'm not entirely sure as I look at the spread why I put down all the functionals for the second half of the week and then did the doodles and the characters, but here we are. I think for today I have to do one more voiceover because I have another plan with me that's filmed and edited, so it'd be great if I could get that done, but I also want to do a talk through because it's not 1,000,000 degrees here, y'all. Like, it's actually quite comfortable. Yesterday and today have been nice. We got so much rain yesterday, and it just felt like it refreshed everything because it was very, very muggy the couple of days before. So specifically, I love summer. Like, you rarely are going to catch me complaining about summer. I do not love humidity and mugginess. I'm not crazy, y'all. My hair don't love it either. Like, so I don't love that, but I love summer. And specifically for filming, like those days when it is so hot, I really can't film because it is so hot with the studio lights and I don't have AC in my filming room. So I really have to take advantage of these cooler days in the summer where I can actually film. So my goal today is going to be to finish up this voiceover. I want to do another voiceover and a talk through. I think I'm going to prioritize the talk through. I don't know. We'll see, because I want to take advantage of this and I can do a voiceover sitting anywhere. So we'll see. I think I'm going to do that though. And I'm looking at these character stickers and I've been getting the itch, y'all. I feel like I don't buy a lot of character and doodle stickers at all, but every like few times a year I get an itch where I want to buy all of them. I'm like, let's see what the new stuff is, and I'm like, girl, you can't afford that, but I want to check out the new squidgies and from Stick with the Plan Co. I want to look at Squish from Fox and Cactus because I know there's some new Squish character stickers out and it's just so cute, and Leonard Designs came out with that cute new character too, so I'd love to get those. And then of course the Once More with Loves and the Coffee Monsters Co. of the world are always on my list, and Carly Plans. I feel like I need to check out Fox and Pip. There's just so many and I don't have the funds to support them all at the same time, so I might just hold off and wait till Black Friday where I can do some damage, maybe, hopefully, depending on what my finances look like. So I might just hold off and wait till then, but part of me is like, oh, that means I won't get those stickers till like next year. So alas, right? Gotta prioritize the things, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited for whenever that day comes. I want to do some sticker shopping so bad, but I'm really restraining myself because I have to be on a budget. I really got to be on a budget. So yeah, that's where your girl is at. Let me know down below if there are some things on your wish list that you want, like last week. I'm sure there's plenty of them, but pick like your top 3 things on your wish lists in sticker shops and let me know what they are down below, because I need a reason to go look on the website and just torture myself some more on not buying things, clearly. So let your girl know down below. But yeah, anyways, that was a little bit of a tangent because I saw the character sheets. But if everything goes according to plan with my filming, I'm going to set this goal, which I think is like semi-realistic. I have all my bases down for May. I'm just waiting on a few things for June, which are already on their way to me. So I should be able to start those bases pretty soon. I'm hoping that by the time September starts, I will have all of my May and June spreads up on the channel. It's hefty. That's 8 spreads. So it's definitely a hefty amount, but I think I can do it. I'm pretty good with my July kit lineup. I'm waiting on a few things that are on their way to me, and I should be able to film that, I think, next week, because I think everything that I need for it will be in next week. So I should be able to film my July kit lineup next week. I'll probably start filming a haul too, because I have some things coming in next week, and I have a few things that are waiting to be hauled as well. So I should be able to start filming the first part of a haul. I should be able to film my July kit lineup. I might be able to film August. I'm not sure. Once I get those orders in, I'm going to take a look and see where I'm at for August. But I might be able to film the August kit lineup as well. That one's a little more wishy-washy. July feels pretty good though. So I should be able to film July, maybe August, and then have 8 plan with me's on the channel. So how would that work? Oh my God. 2 videos a week? I think I might have to have a week where I have 3 videos to fit in like the haul and the kit lineups. Anyways, I'm going to do my best. That's my goal. By September 1st, I want to have all my May and June spreads up on the channel. This is the last, technically April spread. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good, and it's going up August 1st. So I feel like I have the whole month to get this done. So pray for me, y'all, because I'm really going to try my best to do it up, which means I'll probably have some polls in my Instagram stories asking y'all for questions so I can get through all those planned with me. But yeah. All right, y'all. That is pretty much it. I love how this spread turned out. I love the foil combo. I know I didn't use a washi overlay, but I still love how everything turned out. This is, of course, one of my favorite kits I've ever created. I can't wait to see y'all spreads with it and your foil pairings. I know they're going to be amazing, and I'm so excited to see them all. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to flip through what's left here. Yes. 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 No. 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 Anyways, here it is. Thank you so much for watching. Here we are flipping through the remains. I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.